Hello, welcome to yet another video of Acharya Nidana Academy. So in this particular video, we are going to discuss Pitta Dosha vitiating causative factors. That means the causative factors or Nidana or Ketu, which are responsible for the abnormal increase of Pitta Dosha in the body. Whenever if you say about Pitta Dosha, so we can able to think about the color, red color. When you think about whatever may be the redness, in the sense that means that is responsible for the increased vascularity to the any one particular part. Whenever there is increased vascularity because of one or other reason, so that is indicative of a pitta dosha vitiation in the body. So first of all, why we need to know about these factors as such? When you to know the exact pathology happening inside the body, what actually happening inside the body that can be very well identified. For example, if a person is consuming spicy substances, that means through the mouth, that means such as very spicy gobi Manchurian or other the very spicy substance which are prepared in the hotel, etc., wherein we are going to add red chili or the chilies, etc. So that is responsible for the increase of the pitta dosha happening inside the alimentary canal. First and foremost thing, we are going to identify the burning sensation in the mouth. That will be followed by burning sensation that can happen in the esophagus. And as the food that is remaining in the stomach for a period of almost 2 hours, these spicy substances they may produce inflammation in the stomach. Thereby, the person may have what do you say that the burning sensation in the epigastrium as well as retrosternal region. This is indicative of a increased inflammation to happen in the alimentary canal. Suppose if the same thing is entering into the small intestine, the person may have the inflammatory reaction happening in the small intestine. Thereby, the person may have large intestinal inflammation too. This is what we can say that exactly what we can able to understand by the Nidana. Suppose if the red chili powder is inhaled, let us say some kind of the market wherein we are going to purchase the red chili powder. In that particular sense, the person on against the inhalation itself, the person may have sneezing, the person may have burning sensation, etc. that can be developed. Suppose the third etiological factor, where we can say that is the exposure of what you say that the sunlight to the eyes, specifically in the month of the April or May, where the temperature is more than 42, 43 degrees, etc. In that particular sense, the person may have burning sensation to happen in the eyes. So this is how the exact pathology that can be happening in the body that can be very well identified. For these three other factors also very essential to know. That is one, that is source of entry of the pathogen in the either natural orifice or unnatural orifice. This is what the examples showed regarding the source of the entry of pathogens as such. Second thing, that is the number of pathogens. If the very little number of pathogens are entering in the alimentary canal, small area there may be a possibility of inflammation. If the person is having the the exposure of multiple nidana, number of pathogens are more, that means large area of the body is going to get exposed. So that means little amount of the spicy gobi Manchurian may produce localized inflammation. Large amount of the spicy gobi Manchurian may produce the larger area to get inflamed. So this is what we can say about the number of pathogens as such. Further, virulence of the pathogen. Virulence of the pathogen in the sense, so very little amount of the what do you say that the little concentration of the chili powder and large concentration of chili powder. That means the quality of the chili. So that itself may be what you say that responsible for the inflammation or the pitta dosha is going to get increased. Some of the chilies they may be having very little spiciness, whereas some of the chilies they may have very degree of the spiciness will be very high. So based on that, the pathogenesis in the body related to pitta dosha that can vary. Then regarding the second point, that is the to predict the prognosis of the disease process. What do you mean by prognosis? Prognosis in the sense we can able to know about the day-to-day events or pathological events, whether they are worsening or improving, that can be predicted. So let us say, for example, if the pathogens specifically related to Pitta dosha vitiation are present only in the alimentary canal, the prognosis of the disease may be easier or good prognosis. Why? Because alimentary canal is considered to be the nearest route to get eliminate these particular Pitta dosha. Specifically, Pitta dosha is being eliminated by Virechana karma, that is purgation therapy. So, in that particular sense, if the pathogens are present of that is which are considered Pitta dosha vitiating pathogens, then immediately we can able to remove it via purgation. If the pathogens of Pitta dosha vitiation are present in the intravascular compartment, then that has to be brought into alimentary canal. Then purgation therapy has to be given. If the pathogens are present in the interstitial compartment, then that has to be brought into intravascular compartment. Later, it has to be brought into the alimentary canal. Then purgation therapy has to be given. If the pathogens of Pitta dosha vitiation are present in the intracellular compartment, then that has to be brought into interstitial compartment. Then it has to be into the intravascular compartment, then alimentary canal, then purgation therapy has to be given. So based on the what do you say that the presence of the pathogens present in the one or more compartments, we can able to predict the prognosis of the disease. So to plan the line of treatment, this is what we can say, depending upon the presence of the pathogens in the compartment. That is either it may be present in the intracellular compartment or interstitial compartment or intravascular compartment or alimentary canal. That has to be brought from these different compartments into the center. That is what we can say. That is the Abhyantara Roga Marga or the alimentary canal compartment. Then that has to be eliminated. So if you know about the exact Nidana, then we can able to identify the plan the line of treatment very easily. To predict the progress of treatment. So that means whenever if you are giving a treatment, so if you give the treatment, immediately the person may not get the improvement. The improvement may be gradual. Percentage of improvement may be observed. For example, in the first week, the person may have 10 or 15% of improvement. In the next week, the person may have 20 or 25 or 30% of improvement. And third week, as such, the person may develop 40 or 50% or 60% of improvement, provided he is taking the treatment adequately. So regarding the Pitta dosha vitiating factors, whatever they are being discussed in the Madhukosha commentary, they are Bahya Hetu. So whatever the descriptions they are being mentioned in Madhukosha commentary, either it may be Viprakrishta Hetu or Vicharya Pradhanika Hetu, or either it may be Asatma Indriyartha Sanyoga Pradnyaparadha or Parinama, or either it may be Dosha Hetu, Vyadhi Hetu or Ubhaya Hetu, or either it may be Utpadaka Hetu or Vyanjaka Hetu. All these are categorized under Bahya Hetu or otherwise external factors. Whereas Pitta dosha itself is considered to be internal causative factor, otherwise Abhyantara Hetu, or the Dhatu or Mala, which are related to the particular Pitta dosha. That is what is, as per Ayurveda, Rakta as well as Sweda. Rakta is a type of the dhatu or tissue, and Sweda is considered to be a type of the the mala or excretory product. So in that way, they are considered to be directly related with Pitta Dosha as such. So they are the Abhyantara Hetu, whereas the textual descriptions for the Prakopa Karana, they are considered to be Bahya Hetus. Now we are going to look into what are these the Bahya Hetu specifically related to Pitta Dosha Vishesha or Pitta bioenergy Vishesha. The Madhukosha commentary, Madhava Nidana, first chapter, 5th shloka says, Katvam loshna vidahi tikshna lavana krodhopamasa tapasri samparkatiladasi dadi surashukta aranaladibi. Mukte jirete bhojane cha sharadi grishma siddhi praninam madhyane tatha ardharati samay pittam prakopam raje. If you split this, Katu, Amla, Ushna, Vidahi, Tikshna, Lavana, Krodha, Upavasa, Atapa, Stri Samparka, Tila, Atasi, Dadhi, Sura, Shukta, Aranala, Adibihi. Bhukte, Jiryati, Bhojane cha, Sharadi, Grishme, Sati, Praninam, Madhyane, तथा अर्धरात्रि समये पित्तम प्रकोपम प्रजेत. Regarding the splitting this particular shloka and its meaning, Katu, spicy substances such as chili, green chili or red chili, etc. Amla, sour substances such as unripe mango or the tamarind, etc. Ushna, that means the substances which are having hot potency. That is what we can say. The substance is prepared out of green chili, etc. The ones vidahi aharas. That means the substance which are producing vidahi action. That means burning sensation in the chest region or throat region or retrosternal region, or the person may develop the thirst, that they are considered to be vidahi aharas. Such as the oily substances or the ones that are, what do you say, that the uh, that is the pakoda or the samosa, etc. They are vidahi aharas. Or the bakery items such as bread, they are considered to be vidahi aharas. Tikshna, in the sense they are having the sharp functioning. That means so they are producing the, what is it, inflammation. Lavana, salt mixed substances. Krodha, anger. Upavas, doing the fasting. Atapa, exposure to sunlight. Stri samparka, sexual intercourse. Tila, sesamum seeds. Atasi, flax seeds. Dadhi, specifically having sour taste or mixed with the salt, chili, asafoetida, etc. They are responsible for the increase of Pitta dosha. Sura, Shukta and Aranala, they are nothing but the alcoholic contents or alcoholic beverages or otherwise intoxicating substances. Bhukte jirete bhojanecha, that means during the digestion of food. Sharad Rutu, that too in the month of October or so. Grishma Rutu, in the month of April, May or June. Then Pranina, definitely. So these are the substances. If the living beings are indulging in these kinds of the substances, then there may be a possibility of Pittam Prakopam Rajay. Further, two more causes are being mentioned. That is what we can say. That is the noon time and Ardharatri Samaya, midnight. So in these areas, the person may develop the Pitta Dosha vitiation. Coming to the further understanding. So effect of rasa, that is the Katu rasa, Amla rasa and Lavana rasa substances. So these substances are having the commonest thing, that is Tejo Mahabhuta or Agni Mahabhuta. In the sense, Katu rasa substance, they may be having the Tejo Mahabhuta as well as Vayu Mahabhuta dominance. Amla rasa substances, they are having the dominance of Tejo Mahabhuta and Prithvi. Whereas Lavana rasa substances, they are having the dominance of Tejo Mahabhuta or Agni Mahabhuta as well as Ap Mahabhuta. When you think about it, if the persons are consuming these substances in excess, naturally the Tejo Mahabhuta are going to get increased in the body. Suppose if the person is consuming all the three substances, one molecule of Katu rasa, one molecule of Amla rasa, one molecule of Lavana rasa. So the one thing, three molecules probably are going to get increased in the Tejo Mahabhuta. Whereas one molecule, the Vayu, Prithvi and Jala Mahabhuta is going to get increased. Thus, the person may develop Pitta Dosha vitiation if the consumption of substances are having these three rasa or tastes. So regarding the other textual description, that is the substances are having Ushnavirya. That is the substances, the bakery items or the present day hotel items which are having the spicy substances as such in them. Tikshna as such, that is sharp ones. That means which are containing green chili or red chili, etc. Such as the gobi Manchurian, etc. Whereas Vidahi Ahara in the sense the substances which are producing the burning sensation either in the stomach or the epigastric region or retrosternal region or throat. Or otherwise the person is having the thirst, etc. They are considered to be Vidahi Aharas. Such as the samosa, etc. or the what is it, pakoda, etc. They are considered to be Vidahi Aharas. So here the red color that is indicative of the Pitta dosha increase in the body. So the things which are not being mentioned in this particular shloka, that is if the substances are having sneha, that is unctuous quality, drava, liquid quality, laghu, that is what we can say, the light to digest, visra, a typical smell, that is that too unpleasant smell. This can be observed when the person is having the vomiting. Sara, that means unstable or the quick spreading nature. So if the substances are having these qualities, then also the person may have Pitta dosha increase in the body. As far as the ahara or food substances which are having the impact on Pitta dosha increase in the body, that is tila, that is sesame seeds. Whatever the food substances they are prepared out of sesame seeds, that may be responsible for the increase of Pitta bioenergy. Atasi, flax seeds. Dadhi, which are having the sour taste or otherwise added with green chilies, salt, asafoetida, etc. Sura, Shukta and Aranala, etc. They are the alcoholic beverages. They are having Amla Rasa as well as Amla Vipaka. When the person is having Amla Rasa and Amla Vipaka, naturally there may be a possibility of the Pitta dosha increase in the body. As far as Vihara is concerned, Krodha. Whenever the person is exposed to Krodha, naturally that may be responsible for the what you say that the fright mechanism or flight mechanism, that means which may be responsible for the activation of sympathetic nervous system. Then upavasa, in the sense when the person is doing upavasa, so naturally initially the person may have increased appetite, that means he cannot able to bear the hunger. After a matter of 2 or 3 days later, the person may have subsidence of the hunger. But at that particular time period, immediately there will be a Pitta dosha or Pitta bioenergy increase in the body. Atapa, exposure to sunlight. That means the sunlight having the temperature more than 42 or 43 degrees, This one is very, easily identified, such as the burning sensation in the eyes, sometimes bleeding through the nose, etc. that can be observed. Whereas Stri Sampark or sexual intercourse, by the frequent sexual intercourse, one of the things that is going to have, that is the increased basal metabolism. That is basal metabolic rate is going to get enhanced. So that means there may be a possibility of a sympathetic nervous stimulation. In that particular sense, the person may have increased, what do you say, that the blood circulation to the different parts of the body as such. That's how the copulation may have an abnormal increase of Pitta dosha. That too, not the normal frequency, increased frequency of that may lead to in the Pitta dosha vitiation. And another possible hypothesis that can be put forth, that is increased intercourse. That means the person may have, specifically in case of females, there may be a possibility of abnormal, what do you say, that the exposure of the pathogens into the urethral passages also. That is why the newly married couple, they are developing the condition called honeymoon cystitis. So that is indicative of a Pitta dosha increase in the body. So in terms of the timing, that means bhukte jirete bhojanecha, during the digestion of food. That means when the food substances are present in between amashaya and pakvashaya. Amashaya, where the undigested food will be remaining for a certain time period, whereas pakvashaya is the one where the undigested food residue will be entering into the pakvashaya. So that means it is the region of a small intestine, what we can say. During that particular time period, there may be a possibility of a dominance of Pitta bioenergy. Sharad Ritu, as such we have discussed in the month of October or so. Grishma Ritu, in the month of summer season, in the month of April or May or June. Madhyana, the noon time, and Ardharatri Samay, in the midnight. So these are the different constitutive factors where there may be a possibility of the increase of Pitta bioenergy or Pitta dosha. So the take-home message from today's discussion are the Bahya Hetu are those which are being mentioned in the Madhukosha commentary, which are being present outside the human body. That is what Katvam Lost Midahitishna Lavana Krodha Upamasa Atapastri Samparkatila Atisadi Surashukta Aranaladabi. Bhukte Jirete Bhojane Sharad Grishmi Sati Pranina Madhyane Tata Adrat Same Pittam Prakopam Rajet. These are the causative factors they are being mentioned for the Bahya Hetu mentioned for Pitta bioenergy. Whereas Abhyantar Hetu are those which are present inside the human body. That is Pitta dosha, Rakta Dhatu, and Sweda as a Mala. They are considered to be Abhyantara Hetus in relation to what you say that Pitta dosha as such. Pitta dosha is having the quality of Sasnehata. Snehata, that is unctuousness. Lakhu, that means light to digest. Tekshna, that means sharp. Ushna, hot in potency. Visra, a typical smell, or the, what do you say, that the smell, foul smell, which is specifically being observed in case of vomiting. Sara, that means quick spreading nature and liquidity. These are the qualities of the Pitta bioenergy. When the causes or the Nidana, which are going to increase in the qualities of 1 or 2 or 3 or more or all qualities, there may be a possibility of an abnormal increase of Pitta bioenergy in the body. So that means if you want to mitigate Pitta dosha in the body, so you have to give the measures which are responsible for the decrease of these qualities. And one more thing, Sankshepatah Kriya Yoga Nidana Parivarjanam. As Sushruta says, if you want to show the minimization of the Pitta bioenergy in the body, first of all, try to identify the causative factors which are going to increase the Pitta bioenergy in the body, and you have to avoid it. 50% of your treatment is completed. That is the idea behind Sankshepatāh Kriya Yogo Nidana Parivajjanam. That's all for today. Dear ANA members, what are the major key takeaways from today's discussion? Mention below in the comment box. And what would you like to hear in this particular channel? Mention in the comment box. And if you are liking this particular video, then put a thumbs up and spread this particular video to the maximum number of true Ayurveda learners, so that we can make a huge movement out of this particular small message. That's all for today. We will come with the next topic, that is Kapha Dosha vitiating factors, in the next video. Thank you.